Top 5 horror movies based on true story. 5. The Conjuring. Ed and Lorraine Warren were semi-famous paranormal investigators before director James Wan decided to turn their most well-known case into a throwback haunted house movie and made them perhaps the most famous ghost hunters in the world. Who else in their field can claim to have inspired the most successful horror franchise of all time? The so-called Conjuring universe has spun off in several directions now, including the Annabelle movies. But the first film takes its inspiration directly from the Warrens' account of investigating supernatural activity at a crumbling farmhouse in Rhode Island back in 1971. It gleefully mashes up numerous classic horror tropes, including many jump scares, and proved that Wan, previously known for the torture porn Saw franchise, could conjure up more than just nausea. 4. The Exorcism of Emily Rose. In ultra-religious circles, exorcisms are, of course, a very real and not outmoded practice. Even The Exorcist was loosely based on an actual incident, but the exorcism of Emily Rose is more specific in its inspiration. In 1975, a young German woman named Anneliese Michel began experiencing seizures and hallucinations. At the behest of her Catholic parents, two local priests initiated dozens of exorcism rites until she eventually died from malnutrition. Her parents were then charged with negligent homicide. Director Scott Derrickson blends those facts with a liberal sprinkling of fiction, creating an interesting mix of psychological thriller, demonic horror, and courtroom drama. 3. The Silence of the Lambs. This might be one of the most revered scary films of all time, and with good reason. Based on the 1988 novel, this movie tells the story of Buffalo Bill, aka James Gumb, a killer who targeted and killed women to craft a suit for himself out of their skin. Luckily, the movie's main character didn't actually exist IRL. However, he was loosely based on numerous other famous killers, including Jerry Brudos, Ted Bundy, Gary M. Heidnik, Edmund Kemper, and Gary Ridgway. To Annabelle. Annabelle, the creepy porcelain doll from The Conjuring, gets her terror on in this spin-off of The Conjuring. Though the movie doesn't exactly follow the true story, the ghost hunting Warrens have claimed there was a real Raggedy Ann doll that moved by itself and wrote creepy-ass notes saying things like, "Help us, Big Nope." 1. The Black Dahlia. In 1947, aspiring actress Elizabeth Short was found murdered and mutilated in a Los Angeles park, and her bizarre death has become one of the most famous unsolved murders in American history. Bonus: The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Note 1 is a 1974 American independent horror film produced, co-composed, and directed by Tobe Hooper, who co-wrote it with Kim Henkel. The film stars Marilyn Burns, Paul A. Partain, Edwin Neal, Jim Cito, and Gunnar Hansen. The plot follows a group of friends who fall victim to a family of cannibals while on their way to visit an old homestead. The film was marketed as being based on true events to attract a wider audience and to act as a subtle commentary on the era's political climate. Although the character of Leatherface and minor story details were inspired by the crimes of murderer Ed Gein, its plot is largely fictional. Thanks for watching, friends. I hope you enjoyed. Please write in the comments what video you would like me to make next time.